Hey guys, so in today's video I'll be showing you guys how I managed to win over one of my largest projects on Upwork, which was a $2,500 contract with a client. I ended up building a micro SaaS product for the client, who then also left me a 5-star review. So in this video, I'll give you guys a deep dive into some of the tips and tricks I used to land a client. Okay guys, so the project that I worked on was this one here for $2,500 at $50 an hour and I worked on it for 50 hours. So it's just a micro SaaS app built using Lovable, Supabase, Zapier, and Stripe. So I can show you guys the entire job post, and you'll see that the client initially was only willing to spend $1,500. Although after looking at some of the requirements, it was clear that it would require lots more time. So we managed to negotiate it to 2,500. And you can also see that there were between 20 and 50 proposals, and only one person hired, which was me. Okay guys, so for this specific contract, I did not make a proposal. What I done was I essentially boosted my profile for the specific specialty, which for me is full stack development, allow people to bid using connects. And I typically tend to set a limit of 100 connects as the limit, a total limit of 100 connects, and each bid is equal to 20 connects. So essentially that allows the client to, whenever they post a job, they're allowed to invite up to 30 people to that specific job post. And when you boost your profile, you tend to appear, and depending on how high your bid is for connects, if you set a higher amount of connects per bid, then you're going to appear higher up in the ranking pages. If it's lower, you're going to be a bit lower, but you're going to appear in those first few pages. And essentially the client will invite you to a job. And for me, this is essentially, I'd say 90% of my contracts by boosting my profile, as opposed to making proposals, which I know a lot of people do. And I've actually not won any proposal because typically I'm competing with between 20 to 50 other people, and it just doesn't make sense for me. The first thing I do is essentially just send a one sentence message. I just keep it very simple because the client has already reached out to me. All I'm saying is, hey, I'm happy to discuss the project over a Zoom call, and you can show examples of past projects. So you must have a few projects under your belt that you're ready to share and showcase, because ultimately the client does want to qualify you and make sure that you can actually do the work. The thing here I'm doing is I'm trying to get them straight away on a Zoom call. And again, as I always mention, you want to make sure that as soon as you get on a Zoom call, you actually show your face to the client. You don't have any background noise. Your audio's fine. Everything's good. It's just essentially just think of it as an introductory call, and you're trying to figure out what the client is trying to achieve, if it's feasible, if you can actually do the project for them. Yeah, so the whole purpose of the Zoom call is to get the client onto a call so they realize that you're serious about it. And once you do get on the call, you want to immediately show your face. Do not turn your camera off, always keep it on. Make sure there's no background music, because there's nothing more unprofessional and frustrating than having background music. And also just think of this call as a introductory call where you're just going to ask the client some questions to get a better idea of the actual project, what it is they're trying to achieve, and whether it's actually feasible. So whether you can actually do the project for them or not. Because obviously, if you're not confident, then I would not suggest taking on that project. And also just by asking more questions, in this case, it was an MVP, a lovable project. So I'm asking them questions, technical questions, and it's mainly for me just to figure out if it's feasible or not, if I can actually manage to build this project. Although the client will then see this and think you're a good fit because you're actually curious, you're interested. So once you think the project is feasible, then you then tell the client, well, yeah, listen, I'm willing to take on this project. And because this was one of my first gigs, and this particular client, he did have a budget. So what I done was I said to him, okay, let me provide you with an estimate of how long I think it will take. And then we can just do that times $50 an hour. Also, you want to kind of have a buffer there of 10%, in case you go over that hourly limit. And this ultimately gives this specific type of client some sense of security, because Not every client is like this. However, some clients they don't want to overspend, which I completely get. So by saying to them, you're going to give them a time estimate, and if you do go over that time estimate, you will not charge them, then that just gives them a lot more trust and security, and they'll be more willing to hire you. Because if you think of it this way, if they were to hire someone and they don't tell them how long it will take, or they give them a rough estimate, however, they end up doing double the amount of hours, the client ultimately has paid 2 times the amount of money they initially thought they were going to spend, and that's just not great. However, you do want to be sure that you get an accurate time estimate to the client, and also that the project is feasible. So just to recap, I do think that in some cases for some specific clients, and especially when you're starting off on Upwork and you're trying to get your first clients, it's good to give that time estimate and essentially, use the phrase, if I go over this time limit, then I will not charge you. That will give them extra sense of security, and they're more likely to hire you. And obviously try to get on a Zoom call as soon as possible, and that just shows them you're more dedicated. So this video was about how I landed one of my largest contracts on Upwork. So if you guys have any more video requests, please let me know. And yeah, please subscribe and like the video. And also, if you're interested in getting or landing your first client with Vibe coding tools, I do have a school community that's linked in the description below. And I guarantee that you get your first client in the first 90 days. So if you're interested, please check out the link below.